the way that the society's structured is specifically to dumb you guys down. So everything around sexuality is either perverted or repressed.
Welcome to Yin and Yang Conversations. I am Jason Hairston here with Miss Catherine Aduni. And we're going to discuss a hot topic right now. Sacred sexuality. Everybody talk about Tantra, right? Tantra this, Tantra that. So we want to break down what exactly does sacred sexuality mean?
Yeah. Let's talk about that. I think it is important to really bring up some guidelines, or maybe some. Well, I want to share first what the dictionary defines sacred as.
Okay.
And the dictionary says that sacred is made or declared holy and dedicated or devoted exclusively to a use, purpose, or person worthy of reverence or respect.
Mm-hmm.
That's what sacred is.
And that's exactly how I see sacred sexuality. Now, for me personally, I don't judge if people want to be swingers or whatever, that's on them. But for me personally, I see the benefits in connecting with someone within honoring them and adoring them. There's a healing and a deeper connection that takes place that takes the pleasure beyond just the physical nature. You pretty much go home in a sense. You feel the oneness within that person. And to me, that's like a gourmet meal compared to eating like a TV dinner.
Yeah.
When it comes to regular stuff.
I like that. I'm going to use that.
Because I ate a lot of Hungry Man TV dinners when it came to sex. But right now, it's like, I want to connect with someone and go deeper. And once you experience that, it's almost like you can't go back. You don't really want to go back to the TV dinner sex because it almost becomes like a, I want to say like a meditation or a prayer to where, it takes you deeper into your heart. And that's just more fulfilling,
from my more vulnerable then.
Yeah. And that's not to say that you still can't get your freak on.
No.
Because it can be sacred and freaky too.
Once you become more comfortable with the person, I think the more freakier you get. You're much more comfortable now. Now you can do those things, when you feel like you're in a safe space to do that. But it should always be sacred. It is like going home. I really agree with that. Because it's like you merge and you become one. And if I can say, it's like you're making love to yourself.
Yeah, and that's definitely right. It's almost like you experience yourself as God, within that connection. And the orgasms go beyond physical. You experience physical and energetic orgasms. And it's just a beautiful space to be in, a beautiful, safe space to be in, So, to me, I actually think that everything is sacred. And that's why I feel like no matter how you're relating, whatever you're doing, if you're honoring one another, it's sacred. You walk in that sacred nature. And I think we need to start to practice just to recognize everything as being sacred. And that way we always stay more connected with being home,
Yeah. Honoring yourself and others definitely will take you to a new, through a new shift in life. You start to see things showing up for you through that honor that never shown up to you before. So making love is just one of those ways of getting there. Making love in an honorable way is one of those ways of getting there. So, yeah.
Right. And for me, through sacred sexuality, I've personally had experiences where messages came through, and I've seen visions. And yes, all that starts to happen. It starts to unlock things within your DNA. You start to remember things about yourself, and that's why, for me, I understand how important it is. Well, and not only how important it is, but I want to discover more about myself through making love. I want to heal through the process. I want to experience pleasure. I want to experience everything that can be experienced, that needs to be experienced. But if we're blocked off to just look at it from a physical perspective, we're blocking off part of the potential that can be experienced within that connection.
Yeah. And I think, I think everybody's probably done this before or experienced this when you first start to engage with your partner sexually. You know, the first time is a little, nervous. You're not sure what you can do opposed to what you can,
Right.
but once you start to learn how to trust one another, you start opening up in ways that is very beautiful within that, having, that intimacy. So once you start to open up and trust one another, and it becomes a lot more sacred, the foundation is a lot more stronger. And that's when you can go ahead and experience all of those magical moments of getting downloads, cosmic downloads, starting to go in within your DNA when you trust your partner. So I think you should use it. I think you should really use sacred sex to your benefit. Like it's a beautiful relationship to have with yourself and with someone else. If you can use that, it's a type of awareness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does. It definitely brings you a deeper level.
No ego there whatsoever. When you get to that sacred space, the ego can't be there.
Mm-hmm.
Such a selfish, an unselfish act. So, I think I'm
right. Because I feel like most sex is selfless. I mean, selfish. Yeah. Most people have sex in a selfish manner, but when you step into the honor, you have to be selfless when you step into that space, because it's all about the other person and honoring their temple and their essence, ultimately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's what I feel sacred sex is: honoring each other physically and spiritually, and connecting, and bringing each other back home to the essence of what we all are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because when you're finished, I mean, if you just lay there for a moment and feel all of the energy moving through your body, you can get a glimpse of, home through that process. And I know with all the talk about Tantra, that moment of being sacred with someone, you can use that energy to manifest a lot of beautiful things for you and, for the earth, for your loved ones, even healing. So I would definitely recommend you move into the idea or the intention of being in sacred sexuality.
Right.
Sacred unions with one another where you honor each other.
So if you want to have sacred sex, before you engage, check your intentions. Because for me personally, like I always say, if I don't want to kiss a woman, I shouldn't be having sex with her.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because if you don't want to kiss a woman, then you can't really honor her, and women are just like anyone. They're intuitive. They can feel if you're really into them or not. And you don't want to, go into a situation where you don't totally, are physically attracted to that person, physically and spiritually and mentally attracted to that person. Be honest with yourselves with that and check your intentions first. Yeah, that's important.
Definitely. So sacred sex is the way to go. That's the way.
Yes, it is.
Go deeper.
Brother.
Go deep.
All
right. So please remember, if you have any questions, any other subjects you would like us to discuss, just drop it on the wall in the group, and we will address it.